Hello and welcome to the MCQ lecture series. In today's class, we are going to look at some of the important multiple choice questions with respect to Indian economic environment, which is the economics general paper for FYBA. These questions are with respect to chapter 2 itself. So let's get started. The first question is, which of the following denotes the phases of banking in India? The phases of banking in India. The first point is the colonial inherited phase, which was from 1948 to 1969. The second option is nationalization phase, which was from 1969 to 1990. The third is economic reforms phase, that is the LPG reforms or new economic policy reforms phase, which is from 1991 to 2000. And last is all of the above. So which of the following denotes the phases of banking? So all these 3 points, that means colonially inherited phase, then nationalization phase, as well as the economic reform phase, talks about the different phases in banking per se in India, and therefore option D, all of the above, is the correct answer to this question. I hope the question is clear. If at all you are interested in looking at individually, the years are also given, so it gives you a little more comprehensive sense of what can be the possible phase during these years per se. Yeah, so I hope this is clear. Let us now move to the next one. Now specifically we are looking at the nationalization phase. Okay, in the first nationalization, now nationalization phase also took place in two different parts. In the first phase of nationalization, which was in 1969, dash banks were nationalized. How many banks were nationalized? Whether it was A10, B12, C14 or D16. So in the first phase of nationalization, which happened in the year 1969, there were 14 banks which were nationalized, and therefore option C14 is the correct answer to this particular question. I hope the question is clear, wherein we are looking at the nationalization from the first phase, mind you, and the first phase was 1969. Let us now move to the next one. The next one is in the second phase of nationalization in the year 1980. So the first was 1969, the second phase of nationalization was 1980. How many banks were nationalized, or dash banks were nationalized? And the underlying options are A4, B6, C8 and D10 banks were nationalized. So here again, let us look at the phase. The phase is second. So in the second phase, only 6 banks were nationalized. So you have to remember two important things. First is the phase. The first phase was 1969, 14 banks were nationalized. The second phase was 1980, only 6 banks were nationalized. Now what I'll do is I'll give the link in the description to a separate lecture which talks about what were the banks or which banks were nationalized in the year 1969 as well as in the year 1980. So you can, if at all you are interested, you can please go and check the names of the banks which were nationalized in the year 1969 as well as 1980. So you'll get the link in the description. Do check it. Anyways, I hope the nationalization phase is pretty much clear. Let us now move to the next one. Now it is with respect to a very important committee set up by the government of India, and the question is, the committee set up by government of India to look into reforms in banking sector in India in the year 1991 was dash. So there was a committee which was set up by the government of India in the year 1991 to look into the possibility of reforms in the banking sector in India. And what was the name of that particular committee? Whether it was A, Kelkar committee, whether it was B, the Narsimham committee, whether it is C, the Bimal Jalan committee, or D, Nachiket More committee. So here, in a sense, these two are in a sense from banking sector reforms itself, but the one which was in 1991 was the Narsimham committee, and therefore option B, the Narsimha committee 1, was the let us not get into whether it was committee 1 or 2, but the first committee or the Narsimha committee was set up twice by the government of India. So this is the first one. So the first one was in the year 1991, and it was to look into reforms into banking sector in India per se. So I hope this question is clear. Let us now move to the next one. The next is the recommendations. This is very important. What were the recommendations? Because the committee was set up to look into reforms for banking sector in India, and let us look at what were the possible or what were the recommendations given by this Narsimham committee. And the question is, the recommendations of the Narsimha committee 1991 were dash, and the underlying options are A, deregulation of interest rate system, B, liberalization of branch expansion policy, C was setting up of asset reconstruction company or asset construction fund. The fund was the concept per se, a separate asset reconstruction fund should be set up, and then all of the above. So here again the recommendations are denoted by all these 3 points. That means deregulation of interest rates or deregulation of interest rate system, then liberalization of branch expansion policy, and then setting up of asset reconstruction fund. And therefore option D, all of the above, is the correct answer to this particular question. Very important questions, both these, question number 4 and 5, Narasimhan Committee and the recommendations of the Narasimhan Committee. Let us now move to the next one. Again, some more recommendations of the Narasimhan Committee. Which of the following are the recommendations of the Narasimhan Committee 1991? So here we have seen 3 recommendations. Let us look at here. The first point is deregulation of entry norms for private sector banks. Then we have constituting special debt recovery tribunals or DBTs. Then we have bringing non-banking financial companies under the ambit of regulations, and all of the above. So here again all these 3 points talks about the important recommendations made by the Narasimhan Committee 1991, and therefore option D, all of the above, is the correct answer to this question. So in all we have 6 important recommendations. Let us look at it. The first was deregulation of interest rate system. The next was liberalization of branch expansion policy. Then we had setting up of something called as asset recovery or asset reconstruction funds, to be very precise. Then we have deregulation of entry norms for private sector banks, then construction of special DBT or debt recovery tribunals or tribunals, whatever you call it, and then bringing non-banking financial companies under the ambit of regulation. So these are some of the important recommendations of the Narasimha Committee 1991. I hope they are pretty much clear. Very important aspects as far as banking in India is concerned. I hope these questions are clear. Let us now move to the next one. The Reserve Bank of India appointed dash committee in December 1997. So you have to remember certain dates. December 1997 there was one committee to examine the harmonization of role and operations of development of financial institutions and banks. Why the committee was appointed? To examine the harmonization of the role and operations of development of financial institutions and banks. And what was the name of the committee? We have to identify that, whether it was A. Verma Committee, B. Khan Committee, C. Sharma Committee, or D. none of the above. So here in December 1997 the Khan Committee was appointed, which submitted its report in the year 1998. But this is very important committee which was set up to examine the harmonization of the role and operations of development of financial institutions and banks. So option B, Khan Committee, is the correct answer to this question. I hope the question is clear. Let us now move to the recommendations of, obviously there was a committee, so it will recommend some norms. So let us look at what can be the possible recommendations. The first is, or let us look at the question per se. The Khan Committee submitted its report in 1998. I have told you already that the committee was set up in December 1997. It submitted its report in 1998, and the recommendations, and what were the recommendations? Let us look at it. First is gradually move towards universal banking. The second is explore possibility of mergers of weak banks with strong banks. Then we have both these points, that means both gradual movement towards universal banking and exploring the possibility of merger of weak banks with the stronger ones, and then none of the above. So here the Khan Committee submitted its report in the year 1998 and recommended that there should be both these things, that means gradual movement towards universal banking and also exploration of possibility of bank mergers. So here option C, both A and B, is true with respect to the recommendations, or with respect to this question which talks about the recommendations of the Khan Committee. I hope both these questions are pretty much clear. Let us now move to the next one. The recommendations of Verma Committee 1998 were dash. So there was another committee, important committee, which was set up by the Government of India, and its name is Verma Committee in the year 1998. Let us look at what were the recommendations. The first is information technology or IT in banking. Second is restructuring of weak banks. So what Verma Committee recommended, that there should be restructuring of a weak bank. There should not be merger of a weak bank with a strong bank, and then it will create more problems. So he suggested that. Third is VRS or voluntary retirement scheme for 25% of the staff members in banking, and then all of the above. So here, if we look at the recommendations of the Verma Committee 1998, these 3 points relates to the recommendations made by the Verma Committee. That means information technology in banking. Then we have restructuring of banks rather than merging them together. Then we have VRS or voluntary retirement scheme for 25% of the staff members of the banks which are who have crossed certain age limit, and then all of the above. So here option D, all of the above, is the correct answer to this particular question. I hope the question is clear. Let us now move to the last question in this segment, which talks about the Narasimha Committee second. We have seen the first one in 1991. The second one was in 1998, April 1998. So let us look at the question. The Narasimha Committee 2 was established in April 1998, and it was in relation to what? And it was in relation to what? Whether it was in relation to A, bank nationalization, B, bank mergers, C, capital adequacy, or D, none of the above. So here the second Narasimha Committee was in relation to capital adequacy, and therefore option C, capital adequacy, is the correct answer to this particular question. So I hope the questions with respect to certain important developments or phases in banking sector in India are pretty much clear. Please stay tuned for more. Thank you.